Good afternoon everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, let's do a walk around and tour of the 2024 Cadillac CT4 Premium Luxury. The CT4 is Cadillac's compact sedan, which replaced the ATS for the 2023 model year. In 2024, it essentially received no changes until the middle portion of last year, where it did get a technological upgrades concerning the infotainment system as well as the instrument cluster. That of course is going to be saved for another review. However, this one here is the Premium Luxury, which is going to be in the middle of the pack of the lineup, which consists of the Luxury being at the base and the Sport being at the end. Now, obviously, you're going to have the full-blown Sport series or the V series, which is going to give you that 2.7-liter turbo four-cylinder, and then you have the full-out Blackwing at the very end. But the Premium Luxury, as you would suspect, is going to be the most luxurious version of the CT4 or any Cadillac model. And in this case here, you get unique wheels, you get a cinnamon leather interior, you do get a very nice black Raven exterior color, as well as a 2-liter turbocharged four-cylinder. With that being said, though, a huge thank you to Bob Thomas Pre-Owned, which is a part of the Thomas Auto Group here in McKinney, Texas, for giving me some time with this one today. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started. As you can see on the key, it's going to be your traditional Cadillac key fob, and it does have a nice weight in your hands. You're going to have all your controls on this side, followed by the Cadillac crest on this side here. On this side, you're going to have your lock, unlock, your remote start, your trunk release, and your panic button. To remote start this vehicle, just make sure the vehicle is locked, and double click the remote start button twice, and the vehicle will start right up. And when you're finished, just double click the remote start button again, and the vehicle will shut right off from there. Starting off here in the front of the CT4, you're going to be getting your standard Cadillac grille. This one here, being the Premium Luxury, is going to kind of give it a unique chrome accent around the wreath, as you can see there, or around the shield, I should say. And it does look really, really nice and luxurious. And when you pound a little bit, it kind of gives off a look of the Cadillac CT5 or even the older Cadillac CT6, for example. You also get front parking sensors on this one, as you can see here. And on top of that, you have your iconic LED daytime running lights with your xenon projector headlamps. Checking out wheels and tires on this one, we are taking a look at a set of Toyo Extensa HP tires, and these are on 18-inch wheels. These measure 235, 40 R18s all the way around. Coming over to the door, this vehicle does have a smart key access system, allowing for easy access to the exterior as well as the interior. By having the key fob in your pocket and come to the door handle, just tap this button right here, and one beep will indicate unlock in order to jump on inside. And when you're finished, close it up, tap the button again, and one beep will indicate locking. The exterior color of this one is finished off in black Raven with a cinnamon leather interior. Coming over to the door panels, you can see you're going to have some hard touch molded injection plastic on top. However, you do have some softer material down here, which is complemented by some stitching right here, and you have some more stitching up here. You're going to have your aluminum door handle, your unlock and lock switches, two-person memory seating. You do have your controls for your mirrors, child window lock, as well as your power windows. You have a very small storage pocket here, as well as an area for a small cup holder, and your trunk button right here is going to open up the trunk for you. Along a smart key access system, the Cadillac CT4 does come standard with push-button ignition. By having the key fob on you or within the vehicle, just put your foot on the brake and hit the button to go. All right, guys, give me 1 second to adjust my seat, because it's gone back to its original position from the previous owner. So once I adjust the seat, we will begin the rest of the tour. There we go. Starting things off here, as you can see, you have a fully leather wrapped rocking pin power steering wheel with controls here on the left as well as on the right sides. You also have paddle shifters on both the left as well as on the right side too. Left side is going to house your cruise control settings, your hands-free telephone and voice controls, as well as your heated steering wheel and your forward collision warning system button. To the right, you're going to have your controls here specifically for that little instrument cluster, your volume controls here, as well as your seat track right there. Coming up here, this one being the premium luxury, you are going to be getting your standard set of gauges. To the left, you're going to have your tachometer as well as your fuel gauge. And to the right, you're going to have your speedometer as well as your coolant temperature. Right in the middle is going to be your driver information system, which is going to consist of your exterior temperature, current speed, and time on the very top, followed by your range to empty right at the very bottom. And on the bottom screen, you're going to have your trip computer information, which is going to show us average fuel economy, compass on the left, odometer reading in the middle, and your gear selector on the right. You can cycle through a couple of different things here on this little screen via the steering wheel, and they do include that fuel economy information right there, driver assistance, your turbo boost, info page options, trip on information, your fuel range, oil life, tire pressure, air filter life, brake pad life, and back to your fuel economy. Now coming over here, you do have an 8-inch infotainment system, as you can see, and it's a little bit on the small side, but again, like I said, in mid-2024, they did go through a complete upgrade as far as the tech is concerned. That, of course, is going to be reflected in the newer models, which I will show you a completely different review of. But in this case here, you are getting the 8-inch display, which does look really nice in here. First thing you notice is that this is going to be kind of your home page when you open up the vehicle to start things off with, and that's going to lead us to our audio system. It's going to show us what's playing right there. It's going to show us our source right there. You have your different presets on top of here, seat track functions here. You do have your climate controls right here, and of course you have your icons down here, which include your home page, audio, phone, navigation, as well as climate controls, exterior temperature, as well as your current time. With that being said, as we scroll over here, this is going to be your little area where you'll be able to go through different functions of the vehicle, as well as check out particular settings that you can enable, disable, and make it your own. So first and foremost, let's begin here with our audio system, which is where we started off with, as you can see there. You have your sources on this side here. You have your sound adjustments here, browse, as well as HD radio. Come back to our home page. Let's go over to our phone. This is where you'll be able to pair a phone to the vehicle, and when you do pair a phone to the vehicle, you're going to have your favorites, contacts, as well as recents and different phones. Coming over to our apps right here, this is going to be where you'll be finding different things that will come with the vehicle as far as the vehicle system is concerned. So you do have Amazon Alexa, audiobooks, Spotify, Maps Plus, followed by iHeartRadio, Pandora, and all that stuff, as you can see there. So news, music, and all that stuff. And then my apps obviously is going to show us apps that you may have downloaded while in ownership of the vehicle. Coming over to this side over here, you're going to have your OnStar services, climate control, Spotify, My Cadillac, SiriusXM, and Amazon Alexa. Climate control right here, when we click on that, it's going to allow us to adjust our temperature on both sides, adjust the fan speed, fan positioning, as well as our climate control functions down here, which includes turning the system on or off, turning the AC on and off, auto AC, recycling, as well as sync. And then as we come through for the rest of the vehicle here, Spotify is going to be your source for music. So if you want to listen to podcasts, if you want to listen to music that you probably wouldn't find really on the radio or stuff like that, you can definitely use Spotify. That's what that's for. My Cadillac's going to be your it's going to be your mobile app that you'll have to download off of your device. OnStar Services requires a subscription. Obviously, that's going to allow you to access things such as vehicle information. Let's say you're stuck in a situation where it does require roadside assistance. Definitely use OnStar Services for that. You have Amazon Alexa, of course, that's going to allow you to basically speak to Amazon, to Alexa and all that stuff. So basically no different than your Google Assistant. Come over to this side, of course, you have your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Users right here is going to be for your profile. You have Wi-Fi hotspot right there, which is going to allow you to turn on the Wi-Fi hotspot system itself, or you can turn it off. And then you have your apps that we went through already. So with that being said, that is going to do it here for the infotainment system tour in the 2024 Cadillac CT4. Now, before we get any further, this vehicle does come standard with a 10-speed automatic transmission. And you put it into reverse, you do get a decent backup camera with guidance lines. And they do adjust as you turn the wheel. Moving on from that, as you can see, you have a volume knob. You do have a tuning knob right here. Your home button is right there. And then coming down below that, you do have your air vents, followed by your climate controls. Everything that we saw on the screen is going to be implemented down here as well. You also have not just heated seats, you also have cooled seats in the premium luxuries. So heated and cooled seats for the front, as well as front passenger. You also have your hazard light here, parking sensor light right there, and this right here is going to be for your lane departure warning system. You do have a wireless charging pad here, which is standard on the premium luxury, which is very nice to see. 10-speed automatic transmission. You have your 2 cup holders right here. And I love what the gear selector is, how this is complemented. I love this kind of black leather material, orange stitching around it. And of course, you do kind of have this metallic finish here, which does add a nice look to it. Over here, of course, you do have your auto start function, auto hold, traction control off switch, as well as the different modes here, which is going to be for your drive mode selector. Which when you do that, you do have a custom mode, which is where we're in right now. You also have Tour, Sport, as well as Snow and Ice. So I'm going to keep it in Tour, basically the car's normal mode. Come over here to your glove compartment. As you can see, it opens up this way. You have a decent amount of storage space inside, and I assume this is going to be like a small cubby that you can stuff in, of course. You do have an area where you can put your phone to kind of stand up. USB-C, USB port, and you do have an outlet right inside here. And on some GM models, this is actually going to be where you would find your wireless phone charging, specifically in GM SUVs and some crossovers. Now, the seats in here are pretty nice and comfortable, I will say, although a little bit low. They do give you a lot of support. You have some nice side bolsters on both sides. You have that Cadillac V right here, which is a very cool thing to see. This has been a Cadillac thing for pretty much the last 30 years. You do have perfors coming down the middle of the seat, which looks really nice. And overall, the seat itself, the presentation of it, looks really, really impressive. Come over here to your glove box. It is dampened, it is lined with felt, and you have a good amount of storage space in here. Now, we do have a window sticker inside here, but as you can see, it will not open up, and I don't want to tear it off. So I did manage to print out the same window sticker, as you can see right there, which we'll be using at the end of the video. You do have some soft touch material on top of here, which is very nice. Same thing here, as you can see, as well as some more of that orange stitching. You do have your mirror right here. You do have your OnStar as well as your live agent here and SOS. You do have controls for your sunroof, your 3 garage home link, as well as for your lights right here for the doors. You do have a visor here. You do have a mirror as well as LED lighting. And then come over here to the left side, you're going to have your gauge dimmer switches as well as your electronic parking brake. And so with that being said, let's go ahead and continue the tour of the 2024 Cadillac CT4. Coming into the back of the vehicle, materials do fall through in this one, as you can see. You're going to have 2 seat pockets, one right here and one right over there, 2 air vents, as well as an outlet down here, as you can see. And follow that up, you have a powered armrest with 2 cup holders. The Cadillac CT4 does come with LED taillights in the back, and as you can see, it does look really nice. You have your rear parking sensors, your CT4 badge right here, and this 350T badge right here, as you can see. That is going to be how much torque is in this vehicle in Newton meters. Coming into the cargo area of the Cadillac CT4, while it does have a big opening, it does not have a big cargo space in here at all. You're looking at just around 11 cubic feet of space, which is a little bit on the small side. Although, again, you do have that large opening. It's not really going to sacrifice. It's really going to kind of be disappointing when it comes on to the actual numbers. Now, if you want something a little bit bigger than this in the sedan, definitely go and check out the Cadillac CT5, as that one does offer about the same amount, no, not the same, but about the average amount of room that you would expect in a mid-size sedan, as this one is a compact sedan. Now, since we're back here, we do have our carpeted floor mats, we do have our carpeted trunk mat, and we do have a fix-a-flat kit here with, I would say, a little bit of storage underneath. You have some storage over here on this side, and then over here, I think you also have some storage over here, although I could be unsure. Under the hood of the Cadillac CT4, we're taking a look at the company's 2-liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine. which is made to that 10-speed automatic transmission. It's essentially the same engine that you'll find in the Cadillac CT4. It produces 237 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. Overall, pretty good solid engine, and it's running pretty awesome as well. Alright guys, so back in the Cadillac CT4, the last thing we will go over in this vehicle is this vehicle's window sticker. 2024 CT4 Premium Luxury, finished off in black raven with the cinnamon leather interior with jet black accenting, 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder, and I want to correct myself saying that this is a 10-speed. This one has the 8-speed automatic transmission. And then come over here to our standard vehicle prices with the options. This one has a starting MSRP of $39,495. You have that climate package here, which includes your 4-way power lumbar seats for driver and front passenger, as well as heated seats for the driver and passenger as well as ventilated seats, as I talked about. Basically, this is the climate package for $1,200, and you have the sunroof in here for $1,050 for total options coming out to just over $2,250, and with a $1,395 destination charge, the total vehicle price for this one comes in at $43,140. As you can see, fuel economy for this vehicle is also pretty decent, coming in at 22 city, 32 highway, and 26 combined. Now, unlike the CT5, which is a bigger vehicle, the CT4 is actually pretty nimble, and it does do a pretty good job. Now, despite me being challenged to come inside as far as the fact that I'm a tall and large person, it really does bring the point home to affordable luxury. With that being said, this one starting at just under $40,000 is a pretty good deal when it comes on to a compact luxury sedan. It does a really solid job of giving you tech, giving you some space, giving you a decent powertrain, and overall it does get the job done for you. But with that being said, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this walk around and tour of the 2024 Cadillac CT4 Premium Luxury, finished off in black raven with the cinnamon leather interior. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.